Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, Southland video here, and what I've got is a 5-in-1 weed eater. I started looking at some more powerful tools than in my battery powered to get some stuff done around the yard and come across this. It's, I think, made in China, but it's a quarter of the price of buying all the implements separately or buying one of the name brands. So of course I sprung for it, and I'm gonna see how it works out. Of course I'll put the name, price I paid for it down. Not affiliated with the people, didn't get it free. So let's cut into it and see what we got. Macy's want me to try her knife to see if it'll open it. And I'll go ahead and tell you right now, I'm wrong. I told her it wouldn't, and it is actually opening it. Crazy. Let's see. That is unbelievable. It's doing it, Mace.
I know. Because
It's, here you go. Don't cut your finger off with that thing. Yeah. Alrighty. So, they come with a bunch of stuff, extra equipment. So, I guess that's for the safety helmet, gas jug, visor, weed eater handle. I guess all this be easier to do this. Like so. Blades. Alright, got a funnel. Alright, so I guess that's the weed eater neck. I guess that probably goes to the helmet. Chainsaw bar and weed eater guard. Some twine. Yeah, that's a big twine. Weed eater head. Air protection. Gloves. Safety goggles. Toolkit. I'm assuming that's for the chainsaw. Bar oil. Let's get this little section off here. Alright. Throw it down with the box. Get this section off. Alrighty. So there it is in all of its wonderful glory. I think it said it was supposed to be 52 cc. So let's see. It does not have it marked on there what cc it is. So that'll be interesting. Don't even have no markings of what kind of motor it is. A little bit heavy. You want that?
Yeah.
You can have it. It ended up running me about 174 to 176, somewhere in that line. I did try to do some research on YouTube to watch videos of people with it, and I seen a couple, but they were all old. They were like 4 years old. So not many videos about it on there. but I figured I would give it a chance and see what it can do. So now I'm just wondering what to try first. So I guess you slide the different arms into here, or does it just have one specific arm and then attachments? Yep, that's it. Yeah, I was wrong. So basically this is the main lead arm here, so this will always be attached. Yep, some kind of guard, and I'm assuming that's right there. Yeah, that's right. Now let's see. It's a little crooked. There we go. It just twists. I guess you tighten it up and put it to your liking. Alright, so that means this. That's what I should be more concerned about. Yeah, that should be like that. So you want that facing the bottom. That should do right. Don't let the handle kind of mess you up. You will be adjusting it, I'm sure. So now where did they put the bolts? In the toolkit? Let's see what the toolkit holds for us. Yeah, the toolkit has everything. So here happens to be 4 bolts with washer. So I'm assuming that's our 4 bolts that we need. Alright. So let's put these little puppies in. Now what I'm getting from this is, I don't know if you're familiar, but I bought a motor for my pontoon, and it was a Chinese made motor, and it's basically the same kind of setup I'm noticing here. A mysterious company makes the motor, you know, kind of looks like mass produced parts. I mean, you know. So if you purchase this, I'm already going to tell you, don't go into it thinking it's going to be, you know, an expensive end item. But I could be wrong now. Now I will be the first to say this right now, that I have purchased stuff like this, and we got another Allen here. There we go. I have purchased stuff like this, and it has actually done really good and lasted years. So I am in no way making a judgment call on how this thing will perform. But on my boat motor, the choke is kind of set up really weird. You basically, to turn it on, you turn it off. So I just have to make sure and physically look at this before I try starting it and see if that's the case with this too. Okay, so this is not really that hard. It's just, you know, assembling. Put a little torque on it. Alright, that should be good for that. So far so good. Now, I've got a red and a black, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say red to red, black to black. But you never know, you know. So let's slide these. Alright, that's hooked up. Alright, now those should be shrink wrapped. I'm about 99% sure. So I'll have to take a little bit of heat to them. There we go. There's that. Now this is the throttle. So the throttle, I'm guessing, goes into there. Okay, so that's definitely where it goes in at. So I'm gonna have to take this. I'm gonna take this part off. That houses the filter, which will also give me a good glimpse of the choke to see if it is one of those off is on is off chokes. And it's really important to figure that out before you crank for about 5 hours. Alright, so that's open. Now for starters, let's remove the filter. There it is. There's the choke. So it doesn't even tell you what's on and what's off. Oh yeah, it does right here. Okay, so it's saying that down is off, up is on. It's right. So it's not backwards. It's how it should be. That's on, that's off. Alright, good deal. Now back to the throttle. No, wait a minute, it's turning. Yeah, we're good. Okay, I jumped the gun on that one. Yeah, it just tightens right up. Then you'll take and tighten that up. So now, let's so if you can see what I'm doing, because this is a GoPro, and GoPros are notorious for not doing close-ups. So what I'm trying to do here is get enough slack to slide this little, I guess you call it a grommet or something, into its groove here, like that. So basically I'm just going to keep going in until I get enough. You'll just have to keep this nut loose while you're doing it. Like that. I think that should be enough. Just a little bit more. Come on. Almost got it. Alright, just gotta push it down in there.
Hey, Papa.
Yes, honey.
I got this.
Thank you, honey.
And, the gas line.
Got it.
Down.
There we go. Okay, so now let's find the wrench. Says it's the wrench, this one, but it don't seem to want to fit. Well, maybe it does. Alright, so that's tightened up. Throttle's adjusted. Well, I'll have to adjust the throttle. I'm sorry for saying that. And we'll put this back on. Slide that up. Okay. What I do with the Allen wrench. Stuck to the tape, of course. All right. Okay, so that works. Well, the engine's not locked up. That's an instant plus. Everything is falling off my smaller than necessary table. Alright, so that's the engine and shaft. So I think besides putting some gas in that puppy, that's good to go. Alright, let's move on to, well, that's the pruning head. Now that, I ain't gonna lie, that looks pretty straight up. I mean, that's, I'm not gonna lie, that looks pretty sturdy. And I'll tell you something that really impresses me. It actually has grease grommets on it. You can grease this thing. My God. That is amazing. Unbelievable. Believe it or not. Alright, so that's the chainsaw attachment. This is the white adder. The white adder attachment. Alright, so now the weed eater came with a couple of different things. It came with some blades, came with a saw blade and came with this blade. Weed eater blade? I think not. Ninja Star. Alright, so alright, so there's that. I mean, just to be perfectly honest, you know, I'm not gonna blow smoke or say, oh my God, it's fantastic. No, not gonna do it. That just fell off. These gloves, I mean, cheap gloves. These safety goggles, yeah, they're not even put together. Cheap. This weed eater head, cheap. Twine, cheap. Helmet, cheap. I'm assuming this is some kind of shoulder strap, maybe? Yeah, I'd say that's what it is. So, I mean, and these are cheaply made. So basically what they've done is, you know, they're trying to make it worth your while in some ways. I mean, you can kind of tell this handles. I mean, I don't want to say it's cheap, but I'm going to tell you this, and I could be totally wrong. All this cheap stuff that came with it, these parts actually feel pretty, like, really put together. They feel like legit. So, I mean, honestly, they feel pretty good. I mean, we'll see after I test it and put it through the ringer. But I'm liking how these feel in the motor, and I mean, I am noticing it's going to be a little heavy though. It's going to be a little heavy. If you wonder what that grunting is, that's Daisy. She's my audience back there. And big mouth roosters further in the background. Gotta troll me every time I make a video. Every video I've got just gotta sound like really countrified. Just roosters in the background, kind of a southern accent. Oh well. But anyway, that's Daisy. Alright, so now, so I'm assuming you pull this nice little guard off. There's your There's your shaft. Alright, so down in there, yep. So we'll just slide that. Oh, okay. If you can see this, you pull this out and it locks this in. This has got a hole right here, so when you get it down there so far, it locks it. So I'm hoping it's one of those situations. There it went. It's locked in. Alright, so I think this is the tool. But I'm not seeing no way to like apply some kind of brake so that I can loosen this up. Huh. There are holes right there. But the tool that I would need to use it is attached to it. So very interesting. So I really don't know exactly. There's no kind of brake to stop it from turning. Oh, well, that was just hit on me. Didn't see that. It's telling you to make sure it's greased. So how do I get the weeder head on? Talk to me, old wise one. Share with me the wisdom of your pages. Or just immediately go into some garble. Well, that was useless. Alright, so. I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm just going to have to get, like, I guess, an impact and just, like, that lock's falling off. That's all I know to do. I'm not... Oh, well, not to scroll off of that, but I just noticed that. Apparently these, I guess, are for, which makes me feel better because I was kind of wondering about that, about this just holding these in. So I guess that's what these are for. So you slide that in there and put your nut on this side. Yeah, that's much better. I like that. You know, I'm not kidding you. I'm really liking this and how it's put together. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I've not started it, but I'm actually kind of impressed. Ha! And once we started, it just fly in 5 different pieces in 50 different directions. All right, so okay, so I know what this is. I can tell that right away. That's to cut the twine. All right, so I still like to know, how am I supposed to get this thing on? All right, so I am just going to do this. I'm going to put this on here and then just slide this down in this hole right here and then try to hold it in place. And there we go. That worked. It wasn't nothing extravagant, but now I'm going to have to, I don't know about torquing it down a lot, but did they really put a protective coating on that? That is unbelievable. Are they trying to keep from messing up the chrome? It's got chrome spinners, man. Let's see, that should tell you right there. Alright, so first things first, let's put the guard on. Get it hooked up. I'll pick everything up off the ground that wanted to fall everywhere. like that. All right, so this goes here, like so. All right, that's pretty simple. Now with that, put enough of these together. I know how this goes. And what is this? Trash. Okay. I guess these two are the ones. So we'll slide that on there, that there. There we go. And that there. There we go. That is perfect. Good, good. And I always grab the wrong Allen wrench every flipping time. Where did the one go? Did the ground eat it? The tool troll came and got it. That's what it was. Sacrificed it to the tool gods. Ah, there it is. Nope, I just covered it up. See, I'm big enough to admit when I did it. I didn't. All right, so let's try to get it straight for appearance purposes. You know, gotta have it looking good with its chrome spinner. All right. I think the boat's a little overkill. I don't think you'll need that gauge boat to hold this on. Boat will be there long after the plastic falls apart. Oh. So I'm gonna put some stank down on them bolts because it's gonna be vibrating a lot. And they always come loose right when you are in a hurry and trying to get everything done. All right, that should be good. Now, this would be the twine cutter. Like that. There we go. And I guess it is the 3 Phillips head screws. Yep. Well, there's 4. Holy crap. Dang, they don't want that thing going nowhere, do they? Oh well. Yeah, if you ever want to make a kid happy, which everybody knows this by now, they've beat it in the ground with videos and everything. But if you ever want to, and you're living under a rock and you're not aware of anything, just give a kid a box. Alright, so. Alright, so we'll tighten them down snug. Like that. Snug. There we go. Now we'll put one more just because they want us to. If there is wind problems with this video, I apologize. For some reason, well, it is March, but the wind is just terrible. And it's every day, so it ain't like I can well, I'll just film tomorrow, so that way it's not interfering. No, it don't work that way. It's every day. Alright, got that, and I just twisted that too much, so I'm guilty of that usually. Alright, so that's on. After all this, I'll find out eventually that Oh man, I know what that is. Yeah, that goes over the whole thing down there. That's a heat shrink. That's a shrink wrap. You just heat it. A thermal wrap, something like that. That sounded technical. Yeah, we'll call it a thermal wrap. Professional. That was supposed to go all over all. Well, I could probably just no, can't because I unhooked up the. Oh well, black tape works the same way. All right, so now let's put the. So this just screws directly on that.